The name of this song is You're Worth Calvary. Jesus was stretched for all the world to see on that cruel day at Calvary. Jesus, he died for you and for me and for all the sins of the whole world. He died for you and he died for me, so don't let the enemy tell you that you're worthless, tell you worth less than nothing, for he died for you and for me. He died for you and he died for me when he hung that day on Calvary. When the enemy of your soul says you worthless one, don't even bother to try to live for him. Remind him of his future and remind him of Calvary. Remind him, Jesus died that you could be free. Remind him of his future and remind him of Calvary. When you're feeling so worthless that you can hardly stand, remind him of the great I am. When you're feeling so worthless you can't barely stand, remind him of the great I am. He hung for all the world to see that cruel day at Calvary. Smitten and afflicted, carrying the wrath of God to that cruel death at Calvary. He did it for you and he did it for me. He died for the sins of the whole entire world. He did it for you and he did it for me. He died for the sins of the whole world. So the next time the enemy of your soul says you're worth less than nothing, remind him of the blood, remind him of the flood that day at Calvary. You're worth Calvary, you're worth Calvary, lost sinner, don't die in sin. You're worth Calvary, you're worth Calvary, that day when he said it is finished. You're worth Calvary, you're worth Calvary, there's no man worth nothing to the King. You're worth Calvary, you're worth Calvary, he died to save your soul. He died to save your soul, he died to make you whole. You're worth Calvary, though you're not worthy, you're certainly not worthless. You're worth Calvary. So the next time the enemy of your soul says you worthless one, don't bother to serve the King, he don't want you. Remind him of Calvary. Remind him you're worth Calvary.